Lynker HR Quick Learning Bytes, your one-stop shop for bite-sized HR insights designed to support Lynker managers. Each session spotlights a topic to strengthen your leadership toolkit, enhance team engagement, and keep you informed on HR best practices. Session 3, Delegated Activities in ADP. With the Delegated Activities module within ADP, managers can provide the access necessary for other employees and/or managers to complete their tasks for them when they're out of office for any reason. Delegated Activity Options within ADP. To navigate to the Delegated Activities module, managers will click the My Team dropdown and then select Delegated Activities under Team Information. Within the Delegated Activities module in ADP, there are 3 options. Delegate, where the manager will delegate their own permissions to another employee. Delegate from, where managers can see what permissions have been granted to them by other employees. And lastly, delegate on behalf of, where a manager can grant the required access to complete a task to another employee. Delegating your own permissions within ADP. Once managers are in the Delegated Activity module and would like to delegate their own permissions, they will select the blue Add button on the Delegate page. Once here, they will type the name of the employee they would like to grant the required access to in order to complete their tasks. Once they select the employee, they will select the start date and either the indefinite option or the end date of these permissions. Once the dates have been selected, the manager will then select the Permissions tab at the top of the screen. There, they will be able to see tabs across the top of the screen and choose from them. These include myself, my team, people, process, reporting and analytics, header, toolbar, footer, and sensitive personal information. Within each of these sections, the managers can select what access is necessary for the delegated employee to complete their tasks. For example, if a manager runs a weekly report based on their team information and will be out for a week, they will want to select the Reports and Analytics tab and grant access to My Reports so that the delegated person will have access to the reports to run for them while they're out. On the next slide, we will walk through this process within ADP.
You can delegate your activities for your direct and indirect reports to another person when you are unable to complete your tasks for a specific or indefinite period of time. Managers and supervisors can delegate activities to another manager, supervisor, or employee. Practitioners and managers can also delegate activities on behalf of supervisors and managers. Note that you must be granted this capability in your company's security setup. Let's begin by accessing delegated activities from the My Team menu. You can look at delegation from 2 perspectives: delegated from, when someone delegates tasks to you, and delegated to, when you delegate your tasks to someone else. Donald East wants to assign his team's personal and employment information to John Dexter while he's on vacation. He wants to hide sensitive information from John. He starts by clicking Add. Donald enters DEX to search for John Dexter, then selects his name. Now Donald defines the length of the delegation. First, he enters the start date. Donald has the option to make the length of the delegation indefinite by selecting the checkbox, but he enters an end date. Donald clicks the Permissions tab and proceeds to the My Team tab to define the information that he wants to delegate to John. Donald wants John to be able to handle any issues that come up for his team, so he selects Enable My Team. He can also delegate specific pages to John. Donald wants to allow John access to all reports about his team. He selects the Reports and Analytics tab, and then selects Enable Reports and Analytics. He proceeds to the Header Toolbar Footer tab and enables this option to allow John access to his team's things to do and calendars. Next, Donald proceeds to the Sensitive Personal Info tab. He does not want John to have access to his team's pay rates, so he does not select Enable Sensitive Personal Info. Donald proceeds to the Approvals tab. Because he will only be out for 1 week, he decides that approvals can wait until he returns. He clicks Save and then confirms his delegated activities by clicking Yes. To view his delegated activities, Donald selects My Team, Delegated Activities. On the Delegate tab, Donald can view the list of people to whom he has delegated activities. He can select John to review or edit his permissions. Donald has completed delegating his activities to another person for a specific time. When the end date is reached, John will no longer be able to access Donald's reports. You've just learned how to delegate activities.
Delegating on behalf of within ADP. Once managers are in the Delegated Activities module and would like to delegate on behalf of another employee, they will select the Delegate on behalf of tab. Once there, they will click the blue Add button and fill out who they are delegating on behalf of and who they would like to delegate these permissions to. Once they select the employees, they will select the start date on either the indefinite option or the end date of these permissions. Once the dates have been selected, the manager will then select Permissions tab at the top of the screen. Once there, they will see the tabs across the top of the screen to choose from. These include Myself, My Team, People, Process, Reporting and Analytics, Header, Toolbar, Footer, and Sensitive Personnel Information. Within each of these sections, the manager can select what access is necessary for the delegated employee to complete the tasks being assigned to them. This will complete the delegating activities in ADP Lynker HR Quick Learning Bytes. Thank you for joining us for this installment of Lynker HR Quick Learning Bytes, and if you have any suggested topics for future HR Quick Learning Bytes, please reach out to Jackie Williams at jwilliams@lynker.com.